Okay, and we are live. It's good to see so many people here already. Can I ask you if you can hear me and see me? I've had a problem lately with the internet connection, making the sound break up. It's not the microphone, and there is nothing I can do about it. So let me know if it's okay. 5 by 5. Okay, it seems like everything is working fine. It's going to be a little bit personal this time. If you're hearing some strange sounds, that's the dogs. They are sleeping on the couch right over here. Over here. Yeah, dark times, you know. And I'm going to sound very old now. I wish I had been younger, you know, going into this, moving into this, what's coming now. But then again, you know, I am happy that I got to, travel and do all the things that I've already done, because of freedoms are being stripped away from us. And I am always I try to be hopeful, positive, and hopefully you have noticed that in my videos. But today is a little bit difficult, and nothing special has happened. No, there's nothing like that. And actually, I it's Monday, so Saturday we got back from our overnighter in the woods, my son and I. You can actually see my green sleeping bag behind me here. and that was wonderful, sleeping in the lavvo. I was warm and cozy there. And I was sleeping next to my son there because it's a nest, like with a bug netting inside half of the lavvo. So, and there are room for two in each of those. So that lavvo has room for 4 if you don't have the stove. So we were sleeping in one half, and we had the stove and firewood and such in the other half of the lavvo. And so I was sleeping, next to my son, and it's going to sound a bit awkward, but it's a luxury as a parent when you get teenage kids, to be able to be physically that close, because they don't want that, and they're not little kids anymore. They're not little children. They are not. They view themselves as not children, but they are teenagers. So yeah, but yeah, that's not actually what I'm going to talk about. But it kind of it's a stark contrast to what I see unfolding now, and everything I say is based upon numbers, my reading of numbers, proper science, facts. I am a very fact-driven person. I am actually not an emotion. It's not the emotions that drive me. It's facts actually. It's in my life in many ways. In most ways, not in my work as a novelist because that's a very emotional thing. You know, it's a very emotional line of work. But I think it's safe to say that at this point, what we are seeing in mainstream media, what we're, the whole narrative, it's like you can almost tell that the journalists on TV and so on, they don't believe in what they're saying. You know, it's like they are just telling a story, and you can read it. It's obvious they don't believe it themselves even. And now we have, and I'm going to talk about this in put some focus on the situation in Canada on my main channel, probably on Saturday. So I won't get into that too much, but it's what's unfolding there is, yeah. Let's just leave that for that video. But in Norway, maybe you didn't know, but there's a proposition for a new law that will basically take all rights away from people who haven't had a certain injection. And not only that, but you have to follow the EU protocol or EU program for when and what to get injected into your body. So, and if you don't do that, you will lose the right to, well, you will lose the right to say no, actually. That's what they are trying to implement here in Norway. And I'm sure they will get it through as well. So that's why I'm looking to move out to Norway. But where do you go? You know, where do you go? And I know some of you will suggest I go to the USA, but how should I do that? You know, and is it any better there? You have a lunatic for president there, and he's no better than the younger lunatic up north of you. You know. So where do you go? You know. So where do you go? So let's put that thought over here. And by the way, if you I have one eye on the chat. And if you really want me to see your comment, you can give me a super chat. And I promise you, it's not about the money. That's not why I'm saying that. But it will pop up and then I will see it. And I know lots of you're not aware of that, but that's how it works. And obviously, YouTube is a money machine. That's what it is. So, yeah, and someone from Namibia here. Wonderful. And also, if you were one person, it's much easier. You know, I'm seeing lots of people go to this country, go to that country, and yes, I could do that, but you have to get the whole family in agreement on that, and that's not easy. It's not easy at all. Oh, the Pagan Workshop is here. Says hit the like button. The Pagan Workshop, just I noticed you just uploaded a video which I will be watching after this live stream. So everybody go and check out that video. But yeah, but maybe you want to wait a little bit. Or you can go there now, of course. Well, it's this. I'm not the boss of you, or yeah, you know. So where do you go? I don't know. I don't know. So let me do a little bit of complaining here. Yeah, I know, very boring. It's boring. But at the end of the day, you get worn down and you get tired from the bullying, from being called names, and I don't think I've bothered you with that much, but since um, I've been a spokesperson, if I can say that, for um, the right to choose for yourself uh, when it comes to your own body and so on. Um, since that's been my attitude from the start, that's been seen as a very naughty thing to say now. It's crazy, it's totally crazy. And I've had so much hate, so much hate. Um, do we have trolls here? Jokes on you, Bjorn? No. Ricard, there are no jokes on me. Behave yourself. Melissa, what's this thing? Some people come here and they write that. Doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. Yeah, people are saying go to England. I'm thinking that as well. And Andy says, well, I'm English and I'm wondering where to go to. Yes, I'm thinking England for the simple reason it's a European country, but it's not part of the EU. And yeah, I won't get into that. That's again topic for another video. So let me get back to the complaining a little bit. The amount of abuse, the name calling, and the worst is how these people think they're better than you. Now they've read the news, or they've seen the news, and they think they're better than you. And the journalists there, who know nothing about what they're talking about, that's quite obvious. They have this condescending attitude. Now listen, listen. I do not have a formal education in the technology behind these therapeutic, that's the word I would use, substances that we're talking about here. But I do know a little bit because I've been studying because I've had a keen interest in this uh, genetic technology since a few years after the millennium. Yeah, for about 10 years now. It had to do with the research I did for a book I wrote. And yeah, so I'm not an expert, but I know a little bit about how this technology works and what it's intended for, you know. And these journalists, they look down upon people. They look down upon professors, like PhD people who they look down upon people who the guy who invented the, the thing, you know. Um, and it's this attitude that they think you're stupid. They think you are like uneducated, stupid, and so on and so on. And I've just had enough of that, you know. And I try every time, every time, every time I try to be the adult one, the grown-up one, in when I'm facing people like that. I try to be civil. I try to be nice, and I am. I'm not abusive. I'm not trying to educate them. I'm not calling them out for what they are when they are saying things that are not true, that are false. I try to be. I try to show them a tolerance that they are not showing me, and that's wearing me down because I do not want to. I don't want to. Yeah, Herman Ingram, thanks a lot. That's very nice. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Come to Montana. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to go there with my family. um, American Misfit says you should be proud to have the salty army in your chat. What is that? We're one of your biggest allies. And then again, ah, okay, Steve. Is that the explanation? Is it? Ah, okay, okay, okay. I didn't know. I did not know. Okay. Salty army is, and I can't say, like a code word again. Aha. Okay, okay. Thumbs up from me. I didn't know, but now I do know. And thank you. Heartfelt thank you. So I can tell you that I was in a meeting, and I had to prepare for that meeting. There were emails back and forth, and it was a business meeting. It was a opportunities that had to do with bringing this screen presence onto TV, and they even sent me an agreement, and I had some objections to the agreement. Um, and then I was in a meeting there, like 3 or 4 people there, and then the question came up, would I be able to travel to other countries in Europe to do yeah, appearances there? And I said I can't because I haven't had the what, and I I won't get the quarantine testing thing. I won't accept that. So no, I can't. And then one of the women there, she made one comment which was confrontational. I didn't reply, and the whole mood changed, right? And then the next day, or no, 2 days after, I got an email, and it said that, well, I it's confidential, I guess, but no, it was for some other reason. They had to change their mind. Yeah. Also, I don't like when people are being dishonest. I don't like that. Gary is asking, like I just asked, what is re? It is people supporting what we're talking about here? Salty Army equals truckers, writes Salina. Yeah. Yes, it is discrimination. But I've gotten used to it, And Norway is not bad, but it's this general attitude that you are selfish, stupid, uneducated, and you're one of those people who won't fall in line, you know? I thought that was a good thing, but apparently it's not. And it's like every day. Now, I have more and more closed myself off from social interaction with people, to be honest with you. During the last 2 years, I've I don't do social stuff anymore. Maybe I should, but yeah, I don't. And but it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's actually something that needs to be. I need to find a solution, and I can't see that solution anywhere on the horizon. Um, Bossman 831, thanks for the donation. He's asking, planning a trip to Norway from US this summer to attend Midgardsblot in Borre. Do you think there will be any problems? Well, for those of you who don't know, Midgardsblot is a combined metal music festival and Viking reenactment camp. Not far from me, actually. But if there will be any problems, I I don't know. I don't think so. You would have to check, how to travel to Norway, because that can change at any time. um, yeah. So Eduardo Rivera. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I actually had Spanish in school, but I don't know if it's Spanish. Sorry, Eduardo Rivera. I think that was better. Says I stopped being social too, constant being around people with masks and handheld devices all the time. Yeah, that's another thing. I haven't used. I have. I want to show you, but I don't have my phone here. I have one of those old-fashioned phones, no smartphone for me. And has it been a year now since I threw away my smartphone, and I don't miss it. But it's so obvious that people are addicted to the smartphones, and it's like take that meeting that I was referring to. Even in a meeting, they will sit and look. I mean, in a business meeting, people will sit and look at their smartphone quite a lot. I think it's unacceptable. I think it's not like it won't happen if I go to my publisher and for a meeting there. It won't happen there, but apparently it's not uncommon in business. But anyway, John Ebert, thanks for the donation. Can I read that? You're one of a small group of people whose work my father and I have been able to bond over. I can't thank you enough. Shout out to my dad. Yes, a shout out to John Ebert's dad. Wonderful. And you write that feels weird to shout out to my dad as a 27-year-old man. Well, I think it's awesome. Um, let's see here. Vilkas says might travel to Italy to see Venom and Merciful Fate, but things are not looking too good right now there. The weeds so not weeds, so don't know what I would do. Yeah, I don't know either. Uh, and Evali, thanks a lot there. Says I got a flip phone because you inspired me to. Hello from um, WI. Is that I'm a little bit tired today, so I don't know. Is that a state? Um, we, yeah, I'm sorry, but thank you. Yeah, um, yeah. Jeff Mopost says, "Stay in Norway. Don't let them force you out." No, they don't have to. They don't have to force me out. It will just become too expensive to live here because of taxes, because of gas prices, because of the electricity bill, because of the food prices, because of have you can you I mean now we have two good incomes in this household. Well, three actually. I have two incomes. I have from YouTube and my writing and my wife. So there are three. We're okay. But it's like the prices are just going up, up, up. And it's like I don't see an end to this. The other day I was filling up the my car with petrol, and it was like little bit more than 21 Norwegian kroner per liter, and I was just laughing while I was paying. I was laughing because that's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Um, and and it's like I have this joke, and I tell my wife sometimes. She's I don't think she's not laughing anymore. If she ever did at that joke, it's not really a joke. But what I say is, it's so great. It's so great that our fine government are making poor people pay. You know, the joke is that things like that, like food, petrol, the electricity you need for to warm to heat up your house, it will be the same for someone making a lot of money and someone not making much money. It's the same amount of money, more or less. And I'm not a leftist, but I think that there should be a certain degree of freedom freedom, yes, freedom, but also fairness in society. It's not right that, let's say, a single parent household should be paying that much for things like that they need to have. It might not be a problem for us in this household, but for other people it it makes their lives very difficult. That's not right. I don't like that. It's not fair. Norseman Redbeard. Wow, thanks. Now I was do I do have my glasses on here. Well, that's well, thank you. I don't know what to say. That's extremely kind of you. And a blessing from Odin from me to you. Well, thank you. That means a lot. And I would like to return that blessing. Thank you. That, yeah. Wow. And I just noticed Karen is asking, you should have your wife on a live stream. Would like to meet her. Yeah, well, maybe someday. Ash of the Hood, a long-time supporter of this channel, says, well, thanks a lot, by the way, and says that if you come to England, I will honor you with my skills and devotion to make your homestead dream a reality. Well, that's extremely kind of you. Thank you. Let's see here. Vilkas, thanks a lot there. You're writing that people constantly look at their phones while they walk. It's scary to think how addicting it can be for some people. You can access all the rude images, let's just say, you want. It's a shame it destroys thinking. Descendant Lair says people need to consolidate. Homesteading is great, but you are isolated. A sitting duck. Yes, that's a very good point, and thank you for the donation as well. And that's my problem, because I'm not only a sitting duck, I'm also I have become exposed, because I'm on YouTube and so on. And also I don't see much support for in my surroundings. Echo there just saying that been looking at self-sufficient boats. Yeah, I do have a self-sufficient boat actually, but there is a limit to how much you can bring with you in the boat. But absolutely, yeah. So again, it's this taking away of everything that you love and replacing it with regulations, things that they say that you must do, things that they say that you must not do. It makes me tired, It makes me tired. And I know lots of you are thinking the same. Lots of you are feeling the same, and lots of you are in places where rules and regulations, I should say the segregation is much worse than here in Norway. We don't really have segregation here internally in our country yet. Cypher, thanks a lot there. And you're saying that big support to the self-sufficient sailing ship. Even better if you pair it with a coastal homestead. Alaska is very friendly to this in Southeast. Yeah, I do have a self-sufficient boat, sailing boat. It's and I've had that for many years, and I do know how to cross an ocean. Actually, I've done that before, and I know the risks involved and all that. Let's see here. Descendant Lair says, it's a realization that things have not been as we thought or have been told. The truth of it all really does suck. Yes. You know what? I think what we are seeing, and we might think that now we have exposed these people, rather they have exposed themselves. Yes, they have, like Trudolf in Canada. He has exposed himself. He for what he is. That's very obvious. But what we are seeing now is only the tip of the iceberg. That's what I think. And we will be witnessing a rapid descent into very dark times. That's what I see is coming now. And the ironic part of it is that this will be happening in the background. Everything will be put into place. Oh yeah, Bjorn, you sound like a conspiracy theorist. Or have you become a conspiracy theorist now? You know what? To the people who say that, I don't go and dig a hole and sit in it. And sit in that hole for a few months, and then you can come up and see if you will still call me a conspiracy theorist. Because it's like I don't care. That one I don't care about anymore, because it's like it's only a matter of time, you know. And I remember everything, and I remember everyone, and we should all remember. I don't know. Some of you will be, you're into forgiveness and so on. I'm not. I'm not. No. I'm sorry. I'm not you. I'm not you people. It's been a long day. When I said you, it's not. It's not you. Of course, it's general people out there. Not you listening here, and you in the chat, obviously. I'm talking to the people I encounter. Those people. They should dig a hole and sit in it for a few months. Dill Pixel, thanks a lot there for the donation. You're saying that you're a proud Canadian patriot, and I am appalled with our government's treatment of the protesters. All government parties from left to the right have failed to represent the average Canadian. Yes. And you know what it looks like? It looks like things that have happened in China. I will get into that on Saturday. Okay, let me scroll down here. Let's see here. Yeah, lots of people here. We almost 1,000 people. Apparently, this is a better time of the day than when I usually do these live streams. It would be fun to see more than 1,000 people in the live stream. Yes, I saw that Punk Cosmo. You asked that up there in the chat. Do you see any live animals when you hike? Yes, I do. But most often when I hike, I use a GoPro, not the newest one, but a GoPro 8. I bought the GoPro 8, and it's not really a great camera. It's a bit limited, and I I'm not able to capture those animals on with that camera, but yes, I do see, obviously mostly birds. And when we had some snow, it's very easy to track animals. I'll leave that out of most of my videos if it's getting close to the hunting season, because I don't want to cause even more. Thanks a lot. Good day to you as well. Um, good to see you here. Let's see here. Let me. Marco says this is Mark from Audio Pong, saying hello, Bjorn. We did an episode on you. Love your writing and your talks. Well, that's nice of you. Hopefully. um, uh, King of the Dots. It's being very funny. You look like a young Leonardo DiCaprio. Well, yes, of course. Of course. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Descendant Lair says, well, thanks again there. Says that I think the whole forgiveness belief that has been ingrained in so many through religion or whatever are part of the problem. Yes, I agree. People think they can only love and forgive enemies to make it into Valhalla. Well, certainly, yes. No, yeah, yes, I agree, and no, that's forgiveness is not part of uh, of the Norse heathen belief system. Uh, so, okay. I okay. So I'll try to finish this live stream. Might that when I say that, it usually takes a few minutes, but I think that what we're seeing is a recession, you know, and it's been hidden. They've been cooking the numbers, so to speak, and you can hide a recession for quite some time, but in the end, it will happen. There will be an adjustment. Seeing now, I believe that it will not follow the patterns of earlier recessions necessarily. You might see that, because we have oligarchy in so many trades now. Now, not trades, but like bit. Yeah. Well, we have like big tech. It's not free competition. It's an oligarchy. So, and because of that, they can do things like just increasing the prices and forcing people to pay. It's the same with the companies providing electric power to houses here in Norway and in other countries as well. They can just force people, well, steal from people, take more from the people to support themselves and keep things going like that. It will all crash in the end. So just wanted to finish with a concept. It's very Viking. It's very Viking. It's very Havamål. Because in the prepping community, there's this ongoing discussion, and I think that discussion has been going on from the very beginning, and it will keep going. What's the best currency, or what's the best asset? Like, What we're seeing in Canada is they freeze your bank account. The state takes your money. So money in the bank is worth nothing, people say. Well, I disagree to some extent. It is worth something, but it's not as secure as most people think. It can be taken away, and we're seeing that now. So should you buy crypto? Should you buy gold and silver? Or should you buy land? Should you buy food? Should you buy, trade that into other assets? I think the correct answer is that it depends. But there is one thing that is the most valuable asset that you have, and the asset you should invest most of your energy in. You know what that is? It's your name, your reputation, the memory of you. It will matter after you're gone, like dead. It will also matter while we are still alive, actually. Imagine if everything is taken away. Imagine if the state takes all your belongings. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but just imagine such a scenario. Imagine a parallel society being formed, people coming together. Your reputation, your name will matter in such a scenario. It will matter a lot. So, okay, just wanted to share my thought there. Because I think it's important. Cypher is asking, how do you true up your pagan beliefs, which are heavily influenced by warrior culture in an era where being a warrior is not possible? Well, it's thank you for the question. Good question. But I think it is very possible to be a warrior. Being a warrior is the most important part of being a warrior is your attitude and the written word is a weapon. The spoken word is a weapon. The pen is mightier than the sword, as they say. Descendant Lair, thanks a lot there. Yes, we must continue to hold the line. Yes. And we must maintain our mental state and being. Brenda Jackson, welcome as a member to the channel. And thanks again, Native Tongue there. Thanks again. I hope I caught all the... Let's see here. All the super chats. Now, be a little bit grown up about rhetoric when it comes to fighting back, because in real life, it's not as simple, You have a family, yeah, I've talked about this before. No, I did not lose the other channel. I haven't lost any channel. Let's see here. Let me scroll down again. So we need to behave like grown-ups, and we need to not be carried away by emotions. We need to be thinkers, and we need to fight. But when I say fight, I mean, I'm not talking about physical fighting, like running out of your house and start fighting with, I don't know. I'm not talking about that. That would be, at least in all the places I can think of, it would be very foolish and harm our cause, so to speak. But we need to use our voice. We need to speak up. And we need to refuse to be afraid. I am tired now, and it has been wearing me down for some time. And I was thinking about this earlier today, and it feels like being in the middle of a steep hill. And you're tired, you're in the middle of the hill and you're tired. But you don't stop walking because obviously you need to keep walking to get to the top of the hill. So giving up is not an option, you know. That's not an option. And I drew my line in the sand a long time ago, and I actually made a video about that early on. And I haven't moved that line in the sand. And believe me, the price I've had to pay, it's been a price. Has it been worth it? Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm actually thankful that I got to experience this and live through this, because it's been a test, and it is a test every day. And it's separating. It is segregating, but it's also separating the good people from the, let's just say, the crowd. And I'm not saying that if you've chosen to have these injections that you're just part of the crowd. If that was a conscious decision on your behalf, that's what you wanted to do, that's what you thought you needed to do, I respect that, and I've said it a million times now, I guess. So it's not about that. That must be your right, and it must be my right to say no. It's very simple. It's actually very, very simple. But anyway, and yeah, people saying, "Oh, you will infect people." That's where the facts come in. That's where we're not talking about the black plague here. You know, that's where. So that's why I'm talking about numbers, the facts. That's what we need to look into. That's what we need to, and we shouldn't cherry pick when you look at the facts. We should be very, very objective as we can be. And we might not like all the conclusions that we draw from the facts, but that's how it needs to be. We must be better than those people over there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I just want to say also that it's been, I mean, we shouldn't, this shouldn't have come as a surprise. What I'm talking about is the anti-science. I'm talking about what they say when they say follow the science and all that. What they really are saying is that follow what we say. Don't mind the science. You shouldn't you shouldn't bother about the science. Leave that up to us. That's what they're saying. And yes, there are lots of aspects to many things, most things actually, that I am not educated to understand. I can't understand it because I do not, you know, I don't have the education. But I can read numbers. And I went to university and I learned to read statistics and numbers. And but you don't even need to be able to do that. You can just apply some common sense to this. Okay. That's what that's the most important part of this. Um, that's the most important part. But for a long time, we have seen the world as it is, the facts about the world, the nature being deconstructed in a way and presented in a almost religious way. Um, and all these topics are, we're not allowed to talk about it. Well, I wonder why. Like most dogmatic religions, you're not supposed to question it, you know, like gender. That's a favorite, you know. We're not supposed to talk about that. Yeah, and there are lots of these topics, you know. What if I say, and I think I'm still allowed to say this, actually, having large herds of cattle is good for the environment. Grazing cattle, it's good for the environment. That can be proved, you know. Um, but if you say that, you're anti-science, but you're not. I think that book is called Drawdown, but that's again a different topic. Um, chopping down forests to plant soybeans and stuff to feed, you know, people and animals. That's not good for the environment. But that's what they're doing. That's the yeah. Now I'm getting into the environment thing. That will take another hour. Um, James Jones is asking, are any of your books available in English? As per today, and this might have changed in the future if you're watching this live stream in the future, but as per today, no. But if you go to my website, hold on. Yeah, well, behind me there's a sign saying bull-hansen.com. That's my website, and there's a list there of, and I update that list. There are links to, you know, where you can order my books in different languages, and I hope that my agent will be able to land a book deal for the English language very soon. I've been waiting for many years for that. There's a petition you can sign actually on my website as well, if you want to see my novels published into English. More than 10,000 signatures there on that petition. So what these publishers are doing, I don't know. Okay. I'm a little bit tired now, so I'm going to call it a day, and I want to. The link for my website is in the video description, at the top of the video description. So I want to thank you, and I mean all the nice comments, all the thoughtful comments, all the good people here. It gives me hope. It gives me hope. And I am hopeful. I am tired, but I'm hopeful. We are the good people here, and there should be no doubt that we are on the right side, you know. And I will be very blunt about this. We are the good guys in this. Yeah. We are not flawless, and we might disagree on lots of stuff, but we are the good guys here. Okay. That's all for now. The dogs are sleeping here. I'm going to make myself some dinner. It's going to be red meat and sit on the couch. Hopefully, maybe there's something on TV. Yes, I do watch TV from time to time. I like to watch gardening. Yeah, gardening shows. and the Forged in Fire TV show. That's about the only two TV shows I watch. The rest is just, at this point, it's beyond disgusting now. Okay, you are all wonderful people. I really mean that. I really mean that. Yeah, I'll check out Salty Cracker. I'll do that. I think I've seen a video by him some time ago. It rings a bell. But yeah, thanks for the reminder. Lots of good people here. Lots of good people. Okay. That's all for now. Take care out there, and take care of yourself and your family, your pets, and everyone that you in your family, in your surroundings, and all that. But first and foremost, stay strong, because we need to. Okay. Bye.